guess the big news from the past 24 hours, Denver coach Sean Payton has officially named Bo Nix quarterback 1. He's QB1.
I think that's the right move.
Well, he had performed terrifically in a couple of brief but impressive preseason performances. He was the leading candidate to be the starting quarterback. But Sean Payton, as recently as this weekend, had said, I'm not naming anybody yet. I'm not doing it yet. Fast forward to yesterday afternoon, he does it. Did you realize this? I know you're an NFL expert, but did you realize this? Denver won the Super Bowl in 2015 with Peyton Manning. I know you know that.
Yep. Beat Russell Wilson and the Seahawks, right? Was that true?
Whatever.
Okay.
Peyton retires. I know you remember that. Since then, the Denver Broncos have made 0 playoff appearances. They have never been back to the playoffs one time since Peyton Manning retired. Did you realize that? 8 straight seasons, no playoffs.
That's crazy.
7 straight losing seasons. 13 different starting quarterbacks since Peyton Manning retired. How unusual is that to win a Super Bowl and or win a World Series, or win an NBA Finals and just fall off the way they've fallen off?
That is kind of crazy.
That's not usually the way this stuff works.
I might be wrong, but I think they beat Cam Newton in the Panthers, maybe.
Bennett, you're the one that wanted to show off on everything you know about the Super Bowl that ended the 2015
yeah, that's right.
season.
Vance just said it. They beat Cam Newton in the Panthers. That was when Cam won MVP.
And that when he didn't dive on that. He didn't dive.
That was the he got the criticism for that. Yeah.
That's the only thing I remember about
Didn't
that.
dive on the
I remember
ball.
2 things about that Super Bowl. Peyton Manning could no longer throw a football as well as he used to, and Cam Newton didn't put his body on the line. Weird thing for a guy who put his body on the line his whole career.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
7 straight losing seasons, 8 straight seasons without a playoff appearance. They've done nothing but lose since Peyton Manning retired. 13 different starting quarterbacks, and now they think they found the answer in Bo Nix. We talked about this earlier in the week. Is it too early after a couple of preseason games to believe you found your franchise quarterback with the 12th pick in a draft? Of course it is.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is.
yeah.
But what's the point of being a sports fan if you can't get excited about stuff?
For sure.
Even premature. We're doing the same thing here. We're believing that Zach Edey is a franchise center because of a couple of brief preseason, or in this case, summer league appearances, and we're excited now. If I'm going to be comfortable getting excited about Zach Edey, I'm happy to let Denver Broncos fans get excited about Bo Nix.
It used to be I would even say as recently as 5 seasons ago, that you get a young unless it's maybe like a top 2 pick, you get a young quarterback, you bring them along slow. Like you want to, they got to learn the game. We don't want to throw them right out there and mess them up. That thinking is over in the NFL. Like if you draft a quarterback in the top, what was he, top 10 or
12th?
12.
He was the 6th quarterback taken, but the 12th pick.
For the most part, what you see now is when a team drafts a quarterback super high in the draft, they're throwing that guy out there. Like we're going to see it this year with Caleb Williams, Daniels in Washington. Like we're going to see it with a lot of guys. We saw it with Bryce Young last season. It was C.J. Stroud. Like that's where we're at now. If you draft a quarterback and you think that's going to be your guy of the future, put him out there.
Yes, but this feels a little even different than that. It feels like they're not starting him because he was the 12th pick in the draft, as much as they're starting him because
the other options suck.
He's the best of the options they have. Like, really, if your job is to put the guy in the starting lineup who gives you the best chance to win games, like he seems to be that guy as a rookie at the age of 24. He was the Pac-12, Pac-12 Offensive Player of the Year, not Caleb Williams.
Right.
I mean, he had the better last season of college football.
Definitely.
It doesn't mean he'll have the better NFL career or even the better rookie season. But he had the better final year of college football, and he's been among the most impressive rookie quarterbacks, if not the most impressive rookie quarterback so far this preseason. So I wish him luck. Trivia time. 13 different starting quarterbacks for the Denver Broncos since Peyton Manning retired.
Oh, my God.
Let's see how many Bennett can name.
Dude, I don't know. This is brutal.
How do you start 13 different quarterbacks since Peyton Manning retired in 7 straight losing seasons, 8 seasons without a playoff appearance. Man, they've been terrible.
All right, Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson went 11-19 as Denver starter, and will go down in history. That trade
Yep.
is one of the worst trades in NFL.
Yeah, for sure. Russell, I think Drew Lock started for him at some point.
Drew Lock went 8-13 as Denver's starter.
Okay.
You got two.
Cutler was before Peyton Manning, wasn't he? Wasn't Jay Cutler? Jay Cutler was before.
Yes.
Yeah. Dude, this is tough. I'm not going to be able to get any of these because none of them are big names besides the one I just named in Russell Wilson. Is there any other bigger name than Russell Wilson on that list?
Well, no. Russell Wilson's maybe a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, that's true. But, like, is there anything even close?
There are other. Yeah, there's a Super Bowl champion in here. There's a Memphis Tiger in here.
Paxton
Lynch was 1-3 as Denver's starter.
Yeah, that was a bad one.
There's a Super Bowl champion in here. There's a man who broke his leg. Awful, like really broke it good. He's in here.
I know Brock Osweiler was one of them.
Brock Osweiler went 0-4 as the Denver starter.
I just remember that because he had the hair. Was Charlie Whitehurst there? Did he have a cup of coffee? Dude, this is tough. I'm not going to be good at this. I don't follow the Denver Broncos like that.
Well, you have to remember who replaced Peyton Manning, because that was a story heading into that. Like Peyton was hurt for a minute.
Peyton was hurt,
and they brought in a guy, and they were like, "This guy might be better than Peyton Manning." And then when Peyton retired, he was the quarterback. I believe that's right. Trevor Siemian.
Oh yeah, dude! I actually saw him. I should have known that one. I saw him in person. My friend's a big Bengals fan. We went and saw Bengals Broncos at Paul Brown Stadium, and Trevor Siemian threw for like 300 yards and 4 touchdowns or something like that. It was insane. Best game of his career by a mile, and it literally set up this super long tenured NFL career for this guy.
He is the only quarterback who has started for Denver since Peyton Manning retired.
Yep.
Who has a winning record as the starter after starting at least 3 games, or 4 games rather.
Yeah.
Brett Ripien is also on this list.
Okay, I would have never gotten
Brett
that.
Ripien, and he started 3 games, went 2-1, but he only started 3 games.
You said there was a Super Bowl champion on the list.
Yep.
A Super Bowl champion.
Yeah. People used to ask all the time if he's elite.
Not Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco started.
Joe Flacco was a Bronco?
8 games.
Really?
Yes.
I don't remember that at all.
Well, then you need to get checked for dementia.
Okay, where are we at?
You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the 7 of the 13.
I don't know.
Okay, let's just go.
Yeah,
Case Keenum.
Okay.
Went 6-10. Brandon Allen went 1-2.
Okay, I would have never gotten that.
Jeff Driscoll.
I would have never gotten that.
0-1. Teddy Bridgewater.
Oh yeah, Teddy Bridgewater.
7-7.
Yeah, okay.
Jarrett Stidham went 2-2. And then Kendall Hinton.
Yeah, I would have never gotten.
Who's not even a quarterback. Do you remember this? In the COVID
he's
year?
a wide receiver. Yep.
They had 4 quarterbacks out with COVID.
Yep. Wide receiver. He came in. I think they let him throw like 2 passes the whole game.
Okay, so he played quarterback, but technically he didn't start at quarterback. They put him somewhere else.
Yeah.
So he didn't technically start at quarterback, but he played quarterback that game.
Yeah. He
is not officially credited, but we can all agree he was Denver's quarterback that game. He went 0-1. They couldn't win with their 5th best quarterback.
That's insane. Wow.
It is wild that they won a Super Bowl and then this is what that franchise has become. But quarterbacks, promising ones, they give you hope.
Yep.
They give you something to believe in.
The Gary Parrish Show, live weekdays at 10 a.m.